Karma is a cycle of cause and effect, which you can view as a spiritual schooling system. It's a neutral, governing energy tied to a soul's evolutionary process. Karma orchestrates our experiences depending on what the soul must learn to evolve. As each soul's journey ultimately is to return to God, our soul's vibration must match that of God. This can only be done through a long cycle of learning, adjusting, and evolving until the soul transcends its cycle of learning by reaching enlightenment. Karma, the cycle of cause and effect, a learning mechanism. Vipaka, the fruit of karma, what your karma manifests. Samsara, the cycle of rebirth, learning, and growth that all souls go through to reach liberation. Moksha, when a cycle of reincarnation is transcended and your soul breaks free from the karmic cycle of rebirth, moksha is achieved. There are many different souls out there, all going through their own soul journeys and experiences, and the point of it is to reunite with God. So the way I picture the spiritual dimensions, or the layers of spiritual dimensions, is that at the base of everything is like this ball of energy, and everything is a manifestation of that ball of energy, or that ball of consciousness, or however you would like to describe it. So I sort of see a soul as like a node which goes out, it disconnects from God or the collective consciousness, or this ball of energy, again, however you want to picture it or describe it, which is the fundamental base of existence, and it goes off on its own little journey to just experience, right? So this ball of energy, or God, has created all of these different dimensions for it to undergo experience in, because at the end of the day, there's nothing exists besides this ball of energy. So in order for it to experience more than it's currently experiencing, it uses itself to manifest and create different planes of existence and different experiences. And a plane of existence or dimension is essentially a stage for a soul to have experience on. So all these tiny little pieces split off from it and go along their own journeys. They incarnate into these different dimensions as different beings, as spirits, as people, and there are many different things that are out there in whatever form they take. And they go through different experiences until that experience ends, or it dies in that reality. And this is really where karma plays a role. So karma is that orchestrating energy that sort of pushes souls towards experiences that they need to have along their soul journey to find their journey back to God. Because, again, the way I see it is that they split off, they go through all these experiences, they might get lost, they might go into dark places. None of it really matters at the end of the day, it's all an experience. But the purpose is to finally make its way back to God, because it is absorbing all of that information, all of that experience, which I guess God grows from, splitting all these fragments of itself to go out into these dimensions, to experience whatever, to come back and absorb all of that information and knowledge and wisdom so that it can better understand its own existence. Negative experiences, in whatever form they take, indicate that there is work that needs to be done on a soul level. You manifest these negative experiences as a way of saying, oh shit, this doesn't feel right, I know not to go down that road because it sucks. In this sense, karma is like a compass. When you veer off track and start experiencing things that aren't aligned with your higher self, karma is that force that redirects you towards your higher purpose, and pain is the medium to do so. It's not like Big Daddy Karma is punishing you for being bad. It manifests painful experiences related to your wounds and blocks, which incentivizes you to look at the issue and work on it. There are other dimensions as well, so your soul might need to go into another dimension to have a different experience, or an experience of a different nature for a while, and perhaps along its journey at some point it'll come back into this dimension to incarnate as a physical being where we have rules of space and time and physics and all of this stuff that binds together our reality. But I don't think your soul has to stay in this dimension, or let alone this planet. Why would it only stay in this planet when the scope of experience, yeah, we can experience quite a lot, but compared to all the experiences that can be had if we include other planets and civilizations and dimensions, it's a slither, it's nothing. So if your soul is truly on a growth journey, then probably it's going to go to experiences that best match what it needs, and that experience might not be available in this particular dimension at this particular time or in this particular planet. maybe it's something of a very different nature that you need to experience, which another dimension or another place is more suitable for that experience. Our Earth, our planet, is somewhere in the middle on the scheme of things. So it's not a low vibrational plane, it's not a high vibrational plane, it's somewhere in the middle. So that means in general, souls come here that are matching that frequency. So we're not really suffering, we're not in some sort of hellish realm where we're at the worst of the worst and we need the biggest kick up the arse, which is the point of these realms. They're like, that's the most intense boot camp to actually for your soul to really start moving the needle. So we're not that deep into our own karma, but we do have karma to burn. So our planet, our dimension is generally somewhat dense. You can go through a lot of suffering here, but you can also go through a lot of positive experiences. So souls come here where they're somewhere, I would say, in the middle of their karmic cycle. Generally speaking, I think there are exceptions. I don't think any human here necessarily will achieve enlightenment and go straight back to God. Because to be here, to be a human and to have this experience, unless maybe you are some sort of ascended master and you came back by choice, which some people believe, I don't necessarily believe it, I don't know. But your ticket or your entrance to this dimension is your karmic level and your vibration as a soul. So it's probably somewhere in the middle here. If we want to get into these heavenly dimensions, we need to have a resonating frequency, which means we need to go through all these experiences as a human or within this dimension or this plane or other planes that are similar to this, and go through enough experiences where we're feeling enough love and enough gratitude and enough high vibrational energy that we don't need to come back to these dimensions. And if you're here and you really screw up and you're in a really miserable place and you can't get out of it, maybe you'll go down to these more hellish dimensions because your soul needs a bigger kick in the ass and it needs more lessons and it needs more learning and more intensity for it to learn, because this doesn't seem to be doing the job. So I think once a soul goes through all of these dimensions and experiences and it reaches a point where its vibration is matching the vibration of God, which is enlightenment, then that is when it doesn't need to reincarnate anymore into any dimension. Good karma is gained by raising your vibration and acting, behaving, and thinking from the higher self, which serves, helps, and protects other souls. We gain good karmic energy by intending good things. Good karma generally manifests in a way we perceive as desirable, good, or positive. For example, treating people with love and respect because you know it's the right thing to do generates good karma. Vipaka may manifest in the form of good connections, healthy relationships, meeting other people, or feeling supported because you show in the universe that you are responsible, so the fruit of your karma provides gifts rather than painful lessons. So at the baseline of pretty much everything that we experience is vibration. Because vibration is your energy, and everything is constructed from your energy. So your emotions, your thoughts, your beliefs, your decisions, your actions, your attitudes, and everything that you do is vibratory. It's a manifestation of your vibration. So someone who is in a high vibrational state will feel a lot of love and a lot of gratitude and a lot of compassion. They will have virtuous behaviors. They will want to help other people. They will be in the heart space. And pretty much there will be this embodiment of what we consider to be good. But on the other hand, someone in a low vibrational state, everything that, their life experience encompasses is a manifestation of that low vibration. We need to go through many, many different experiences to keep raising our vibration as a soul until we get to that vibration of God, and we can sort of just mesh into it, because water and oil won't mix together. So if you're at the vibration of oil and it's dense and it's heavy, you're not going to be able to mix with this vibration of God, which is light and it's blissful and it's beautiful. Bad karma is gained by being unconscious of your actions, behaviors, thoughts, and decisions, which causes pain, hurt, and suffering to other people. Bad karma is when you do things that either deliberately or vicariously harm others. It's gained through self-service and a low vibrational outlet, rather than serving others, which aligns with a high vibrational outlet. Someone who screws over other people to get ahead in their business is gaining bad karma, which will have consequences and lower the person's vibration further. Otherwise, if you hurt someone, bully them, degrade them, or prevent them from expanding on who they are, this is going to generate negative karma through the negative energy you are creating in other people. to me, negative karma is low vibration. If you are experiencing a low vibrational state, you are experiencing negative karma. And if you don't learn from that experience, you're going to keep having low vibrational experiences because you're not going to transcend this suffering. So if someone is in a low vibrational state, then everything that they do is a manifestation of that low vibration. So if they go out and they hurt other people, or perhaps they have some sort of pleasure from hurting other people or doing bad things, or they just have negative attitudes or belief systems or mindsets, what this means is they have a lot of learning to undergo, because anyone who is in a low vibrational state, it's not an enjoyable experience. No one wants to be in a low vibrational state. The only people who are in a low vibrational state, they're sort of stuck there. I don't think anyone or anything desires to be in a low vibrational state. If you're suffering to some extent or in a large way, it means you have a lot of experiences to undergo to learn, because you have to go through different experiences to understand and learn and actually start transcending this suffering, where you can start raising your vibration, start moving towards the God frequency. So what can you actually do to burn off negative karma, and how can you progress with this cycle of reincarnation? And what I want to say here is that you're doing it. I don't think there's necessarily something you can do to burn off negative karma. It's not an act of doing, and you need to look at it in this way. So you're here having this experience for a reason. Your karma, in one way or another, has led you to this experience. So if it was so easy to burn off, then you'd be in a different experience by now. I think there is a divine order of things. I think there is some sort of destiny, which in the grand scheme of things, I think our destiny is to go back to God. But of course, it takes a long time to do that. But, burning negative karma is just, you need to experience. The whole point of life is to experience, for your soul to accrue more information and more wisdom. So as long as you are learning and you are trying to do your best to understand, to learn from your experiences and to grow as a person, I think that's really all you can really do to burn karma. So, on one level of this, some people say, no, you need to go out and do charity and do all these things. And I think that's sort of a BS excuse. It's like, you don't need to do these things. If you want to do it. Yeah, sure. I'm sure it's good, and I'm sure it's going to help as well in some sense. If you want to help, if you're helping other people, it's because there's a place in your heart that feels like you want to help other people. That is your good karma. It's not necessarily the act of doing it. It's the fact that you actually want to help other people, which is more in alignment with high vibrational energy. So I'd say that's more of your actions are more of a manifestation of your vibration, and your vibration is essentially your karma. Consciously moving deeper into your spiritual practice, trying to evolve your consciousness, trying to be a better person, I think is about the best we can do as human beings, realizing that we are in these very primitive bodies and we don't know what we don't know. That's really what it comes down to. Grow, learn, develop yourself, experience life, learn from the things that have happened to you. That's really as much as you can ask. Just keep going on this journey where you are evolving your consciousness, where you are on a spiritual growth journey. Explore your consciousness. Listen to your soul, listen to your heart. Let that be your guiding force, and move through life just with deeper understanding, with deeper learning, and that is really the best you can ask for.